Hi everyone, this is Elaine. Welcome to Flat Earth for Dummies 101. Definition of dummy: indoctrinated in globe from birth. A spinning globe is only true in fairy tales. Only the truth will set you free. The lies were out to get me, to feast upon my brain. Freemasonic wormholes were to blame. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie. I thought the globe was more or less a given thing. The more I saw, the more was fake. Was the moon a junkyard, the ISS a sham? When I wanted answers, I got spam. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie.
No one is 100% certain about what the flat Earth looks like, but the azimuthal equidistant projection map that is used by the USGS is the flat Earth map. The United Nations, oddly enough, uses the flat Earth map as its logo and divides it into 33 Masonic sections. The Gleason's map is also used as a representation of the flat Earth. On the flat Earth map, North is in the center, while South, or Antarctica, is surrounding Earth with the continents and oceans inside. It might sound crazy at first, but satellites do not exist. NASA claims to have satellites, space stations, and telescopes out in outer space, sending back fake CGI images and videos for everyone to eat up. The truth is, however, these are all hoaxes, and that explains all of the terrible CGI editing we receive. Just think about it. If there are really over 10,000 satellites orbiting Earth as we speak right now, then why can't we see any pass in front of the moon? Not even small specks. The concept of satellites was originally created by a Freemason science fiction writer named Arthur C. Clarke in a magazine titled Wireless World in 1945. There are thousands of miles of fiber optic cables in the oceans that supply up to 90% of communication, internet, and phones on Earth. GPS runs off ground-based cell towers. Satellite TV dishes, which existed before satellites, are almost always aimed at a 45-degree angle directly towards the nearest cell tower. NASA has been caught using camera trickery with the ISS space footage and using multiple green screen effects with astronauts in harnesses to fake the appearance of zero gravity. Bubbles have been caught floating near astronauts. The pictures we see from NASA of Earth from space are badly photoshopped. It is so obvious that even they admit to photoshopping the cartoons, such as data visualizer and designer Robert Simon, who once said, "It is photoshopped, but it has to be." This only proves that these blue marble images are not real, but fake cartoons that NASA has given the public. After analyzing many of the images, you can see that there are duplicated cloud patterns, and in one of the recent releases, they spelled the word sex into one of the clouds. The oceans aren't even the same color. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that the Earth is an oblate spheroid, or pear-shaped as he likes to call it. But this contradicts the images NASA has of a perfect spherical Earth. One ball Earth proof is that sinks, drains, and toilets all spin one direction in the northern hemisphere, while in the southern hemisphere, they spin the opposite direction. This is known as the Coriolis effect. However, in the same house, people can observe water draining in different directions. If water spinning in a direction was the primary result of Earth's motion, then water should never be seen spinning in different directions in the same hemisphere, yet this is exactly what occurs. The sun circles over the Earth from tropic to tropic, so when the sun is circling at the Tropic of Cancer closest to the North Pole, or the center of the flat Earth, it is summer in the north and winter in the south. When the sun is circling nearest the southern Tropic of Capricorn, it is summer in the south and winter in the north. Since the sun is smaller and closer than we have been told, it is more logical to think that this is the reason why we have seasons. If the sun was 93 million miles away, we should very rarely experience temperature differences, better yet, not 4 distinct seasons. We are told that craters are holes in the Earth caused by the impact of a meteor that has crashed onto Earth. Although this is what we are told, it is far more likely that these craters or holes are caused by gas bubbles from below the surface, or even a sinkhole. If craters were actually caused by a burning ball of rock from space, leaving that big of a depression, then the rock itself should still be there inside the crater. Not only that, but there should be pieces of the meteor scattered around from the impact. Yet at all of these supposed meteor impact crater sites, there could be no trace whatsoever of any rock from space left in the hole. Meteors are just like moon rocks. NASA presents us rocks that they tell us are from outer space, and we believe that these are space rocks, only to find out later that we were lied to and that they are actually from Earth. Comets are shooting stars, which are not terra firma rocks, but rather lights that shoot across the sky. Many meteors, such as the one in Russia that broke school windows, don't appear to be normal rocks falling from the sky. It seems more possible that these meteors are just military objects that are being shot from airplanes at an angle to have us keep believing in meteors. These meteors appear to always be shot at an angle downward. If they really were rocks from space, then they should be hurtling down at all sorts of different angles.
Today's topic is under the dome. A dome covers our flat Earth. It has been called the firmament. We live on a flat plane covered by a dome akin to a giant Truman Show. Except we cannot leave our plane because the dome is impenetrable. A dome covers our flat Earth. Admiral Byrd discovered the dome in his exploration of Antarctica. Operation Dominic, a series of nuclear test explosions in the Pacific, included Operation Fishbowl, nuclear explosions high up in the atmosphere. The result of these explosions revealed that the dome could not be penetrated and that it was electromagnetic. The dome could be charged and signals bounced off of it. The Hart facility in Alaska has served as a testing facility of the ionosphere, i.e. the dome.
No, Flat Earth is for every human. Even though there are many religious people in the Flat Earth movement, Flat Earth itself is just the shape of the Earth and has nothing to do with religion. Based on the evidence surrounding it, any human can become a Flat Earther and awaken to one of humanity's greatest lies. No, scientists, pilots, engineers, and even some members in the government in lower positions are not even aware of this massive deception. All these people went through the same garbage schoolbook lies and indoctrination that the rest of us did. The only people who are aware of this lie and pushing it are the ones ruling our world, whoever they may truly be. For example, if Earth were truly a spinning ball, then why would the United Nations use a flat Earth map as their logo? Obviously, the true powers know something that we don't, and the rest of us are left here to discover it on our own.
In this video, we are taking a look at the mysterious and unprovable curvature of the Earth. Curvature is the main topic of Chapter 1 of my book, Flat Earth for Dummies 101. Supporters of the spinning ball Earth observe boats disappearing over the horizon and erroneously assume that they are no longer in sight due to the curvature of the Earth. However, this conclusion does not take into consideration air density, pollutants, and other atmospheric factors that affect human perspective. The same boat comes back into view with binoculars, telescope, or camera lens. Our perspective in seeing objects at long distance is limited, but this limitation has nothing to do with curvature. The formula for curvature is approximately 8 inches per mile squared. This formula means that you would square the mileage and multiply the result by 8 inches. Once you subtract the height of the boat, you have the curvature factor that should obscure your view. For example, a sailboat with a mast that is 15 feet above sea level leaves the shore and travels a distance of 5 miles. Should you still be able to see it, assuming it's a clear day? Let's do the calculation. The mileage is 5 miles, which squared is 25. Multiplying 25 by 8 inches is 200 inches. Converted to feet is 16.66 feet. Subtract the height of the sailboat, which is 15 feet above sea level. The sailboat should be approximately 1.5 feet below the horizon, and you should not be able to see it with binoculars or any other sight enhancer. But on a clear day, you can still see the sailboat either by sight, binoculars, telescope, or camera lens. Why? Because curvature does not exist. Now let's consider the case of the Statue of Liberty, whose torch rises 326 feet above sea level. On a clear day, Lady Liberty can be seen 60 miles away. At this distance, if curvature existed, over 2,000 feet of the spherical Earth should obscure her from view. Why doesn't it? Because curvature does not exist. To learn more about Flat Earth, my book Flat Earth for Dummies 101, Definition of Dummy, Indoctrinated in Globe from Birth, is available in Kindle and paperback. A spinning globe is only true in fairy tales. Only the truth will set you free. The lies were out to get me, to feast upon my brain. Free Masonic wormholes were to blame. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie. I thought the globe was more or less a given thing. The more I saw, the more was fake. Was the moon a junkyard, the ISS a sham? When I wanted answers, I got spam. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie.